Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video, and today we're back in Blacksmith Master. So things have come on a little bit, gone a bit backwards, had to go forward again. As you can see, we're a few days further on than the last video because I went a bit overboard. I filled this entire area with racks and everything, and then ran out of money. And then went, oh crap, because my wage bill has gone up exponentially. It's now 10,000. And I had a couple of big jobs that required the workbench, which meant there were a few days where I had no money, and I got myself into a situation where I got into debt that I went overdrawn, and I've had to kind of pull myself back out a bit. So yeah, things have kind of went a little bit awry and back again. So I've cleared out some of the stuff that I could to get some money back, and had to dedicate all my blacksmiths to vendor stuff so that I could get myself in a little bit more money back in my pocket. And I found I've had to move around my workshop down here a bit just to make things work better. So I've moved my crafting benches into the middle here just so there's less walk, because each time it would go over here, walk down, come back up, etc. I've moved my carpentry benches up to here as well, so that's less walk for everybody. And I've had to move my chests and buy a third one because I was finding these were all getting still all tied up. So yep, so we've got some tomahawk stuff and some stuff in the racks for each of those, and some bits and pieces. So I've dedicated my elite blacksmith, old Graham, because he was purchased with all skills at a maximum level, so that was his elite status. So I like the elite status ones, they're really good. And so I've got those ones working in here, so they're all working nicely, and that's been maxed out. So yeah, so I've had a few bits. I've had to do a bit of jiggering around, but I think I'm getting to a point where most of my vendor contracts are just covering my my staff costs, and as the staff costs keep going up, that's going to become more and more of an issue. So I think I need to now, while I've got some money, I need to get that store counter done. So I'm going to pop that in here, because I'm going to need to start trying to make some more money somewhere, some way, so I can have a second revenue source come in. Okay, so we get about 118 people in a day potentially. So if we get that in and we hire in a cashier, which is communication stat is 20% higher but demands 10% more, gains more crap communication. I'm going to go with you because you've got good communication. So there we go. Oh, there we go. Shopkeeping. Have your own store. Here we are, another Steam achievement come in, and so that's going to up our total wages to 10,827. So I've got a good mix of stuff in stock at the moment. So I've pretty much got, including some of these bits and pieces like the Swift Edge. So some of these will make a lot of money to sell. So hopefully, once we start the new day, we should start getting a nice amount of money coming in on revenue. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm close enough to getting another one of these. Where is it? There we are, 57,174. That should get done today. That'll be 14,000. So that'll cover over what I pay out for my staff. So let's start the new day and let's see. Oh no! Before we do that, sorry, got the Ducat stuff here. Got 694 Ducats. So hiring staff costs 5% less. Should have done that first. Oh well, it is what it is. That's 750 for all blueprints, cost 1% less design points. Okay, that's great. And new blueprints, we haven't unlocked the, or haven't got in the, sorry, excuse me. We haven't got in the steel yet, so we'll leave that. But we've got copper goblet. Something else we can do, so we'll get the copper goblet unlocked. And we can then look at getting those done. I've got 3 new blueprints I can unlock, but I'm going to get to those. I'm going to stabilise my economy before I look at trying to get into buying more stuff for the for these items. Although, looking at their costs to sell, 265 for the shield, that's really nice. But there's obviously going to be, you've got to make the steel first and everything, so I'm going to hold those in check for now. And if some of these are on sale already, I'm going to, and going to be 159, that's going to go up to. And I can take my common sword up to legendary to get nearly $200 per sword. Obviously I have to get through the stock that I've currently got, but we can start to bring these. Again, sickles and things like that, they need wood and iron ingots, so they do take longer to create, but you know, we can increase those. And what else can we get up? We can get the Swift Edge up to legendary as well. That'll take it up to 176. So those certainly are items that I really want to push towards being better quality, because then that gives higher chance that people are going to actually buy them. And the short hoe, that can go up to uncommon as well, and up to rare. There we go, good. Right, sorted. Right, let's start the next day and let's see what we get up to. We'll do these 3 items in here once we've had a day of seeing where we get to and seeing how the shop works as well. I've got another, I've also as well put another entrance door in here just to try and help the flow path of people coming in and going out towards the vendor trucks, and that can be, along with that, and that side can be what will be used for. Hey, first sale, we've sold our first item. Good. 90, 91, 45, 57, 200. Oh, those are, some of those are really nice. There we go. So we're getting a good amount of sale. Well, first 10 sales done. Just a couple quick Steam achievements there. How are we doing economy-wise? Item sales. So we've broken $1,000 in item sales in not very long at all. That's brilliant. So having our big blacksmith working on just solely items for the item rack is great. I might have to end up getting a second counter, looking at how, you know, in fact we're getting a queue already. That's really good. So you can up your walking speed. Not much point doing that at the moment because I'm going to move my scholars upstairs, I think. Because, well, scholars don't need to be down here where everyone's going to be buying stuff. I'm going to pay out some decorations as well soon, but I wanted just to start getting all of this lot together. What can we upgrade now? Or are you just telling me about the blueprints? Not worried about those for the moment. And I imagine getting the steel unlocked will be a meteoric change to the cost of some of the items to sell. So that's good. I mean, it certainly shows that the shop is a very viable item. Oh, hello, you're grumpy. Why are you grumpy? What are you grumpy about? Hold on, what are you grumpy about? Hold on. Why are you grumpy? 12 happy people? Why did they leave the shop grumpy? Why have you left angry? What have you left angry about? Okay, so people are angry. Why are they angry? Can you tell me why they're angry? Because I waited in line for too long. Okay. Right. Well, that answers that question. I waited in line too long, so let's get ourselves another counter. Let's hire ourselves. Oh no, you're the wrong way around. Let's turn you back around the correct way. And then let's hire in another cashier. Bloody hell, I wasn't expecting that much of a rush. Crikey. Right, you're up, so we can receive when customers purchase an item. Oh hell, I'm turning that up. There we go, good. Right, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, so we had nothing's gone on the vendor, but we've made nearly 9 grand in the shop. That is validating that the shop is well worth having. So, you know, at 12,000, 10,000 for wages, and we've made nearly 9,000, although we had some grumpy people piss off because the line was too long. Getting in the new member of staff and the second counter is really worth it. So we'll see what tomorrow's sales look like. But that at 8,941 for one day is very validating. So we've still got enough that we can survive, and we're nearly done with this one, which would net us another 14,000. So maybe the vendors just become our area that we use to finance upgrades and changes and things like that. But what can we do in here? What can we get here? Hiring discount, it's up to 500 cheaper for new people. Okay. Hiring more skilled workers, and that'll allow us to edit our prices. That's cool in one way. I kind of want the first floor unlocked, so let's get that unlocked. And then the second floor unlocked, and the third floor. Oh, it's easier to do unlocks in this one. Oh, I was going to do the drink crate, wasn't I, for my my miners. And that increases their stamina. And what have we got here? This allows smelting large ingots. Don't need that at the moment. What are you? Design tables that have carpets. Design tables that are well lit have a 50% bonus. I'm pretty sure they're well lit, but go from there. And that's unlocking a coin minting machine that makes 4 coins. Alright, we'll go with that one. I thought that may have been coins for us to make gold coins, like currency, but no, it seems like we're not. Okay, bad assumption. And what else have I got? I've got the pine forest. Let's unlock the pine forest. I'm not quite sure what the pine forest is doing, but might as well go and take a look at that. But we'll start the next day. And we can then see what we can do. So, pine forest. What we got in here? One person there. Let us go and get drinks crate. Can go there by that, and we can get another bed over here. Then we can throw in a couple of torches. There we go. Right, good. And then we need to hire a couple of lumberjacks for in here. Crikey, our bloody cost is going to be so much more. Needs 2 more hits. Rest 20% slower. No. Rest slower. Demands 10% higher. Okay, you'll do. And you'll do. I'm going to shift you 2 over to the pine forest. So I might as well then start getting myself some pine wood in stock. That'll do. Good, so there's them done. Let us go to here and we'll go into the mines. Oh, each bedding area can hold multiple people, so I didn't need to put another one down. Oh. Well, alright then. That's good. Let's get a drinks crate then. Put the drinks crate. Where can I put that? Too well, let's sell that on. That'll give me 350 back, and that's going to be 1,000. I'll put the drinks crate over there. Right, you lot can go and get drunk. Good, and in the copper mine, You two are over there, because that's where your stuff is. And I'll go and throw down a drinks crate by the light, and I might throw a couple of lights in, a couple more lights in. Let's put another one there, put one there, and one by the entranceway. There we go. That looks a little bit better in there, doesn't it? Right, perfecto. Let's go back. Right. So let's see what the next day brings us. Okay, so we've gone over. Oh, why am I paused? Don't know. So we've gone over by 7 and a bit K. That's fine. So see, we're getting ourselves into kind of overdraft area, but hopefully between that and a vendor cart, we should be all good. And in fact, a vendor cart's done. Right, so which one have we got? 154. 177. Alright, well, we'll get you as a priority, because it'll not be 14k. Getting stuff going in here. Everything's coming through really quickly. That's nice. Swords certainly seem to be popular today. I'm going to need to start getting some more blacksmiths in to do more rack stuff. I think I might just nip downstairs and take a look at my staff. Who's another good blacksmith with stuff? You'll do. You're a bit slower, but we'll do you for stuff for the racks. You've got fast speed on everything. Oh, some assistance upgrading. Restock resources. We'll get you up to the maximum and get you running a bit faster. Coolio. And yeah. Everything's looking nice. People are buying regularly. There's a good flow. No one's complaining about waiting too long. Maybe I'll put another checkout counter over by the entrance doors. People are making use of all the doors, which are quite nice. Good. This is flowing as I would hope. How's the day looking so far? Well, 14,000 on merchant. We're up to 6,000 item sales. That's nice. And hopefully we're starting to get our stock together to put together some more money. So that'll help us to buffer on the days where we've got large orders, and we'll take a couple of days for stuff to come together. I want really the shop to cover the wages for all the staff. If I can break that threshold, we're doing well. So we're 8,600. Staff's about 10,000 a day. 11,000 now. Price, everything's going up. You're nothing else to do, so you're gonna walk faster. Then we can start to bring some more bits and pieces out and up onto the stock shelves. There we go, we've officially broken 10k on the shop, which is great. It's nearly the wages covered. If we can keep that up day by day, that'll do better. And we can, once we start to get some more decorations in, then that will cover us. Well, this will be where these vendor trucks will certainly be helping to cover. There we go, officially 11,800. We have covered our wages. That's just what we want for a business. To have enough money that we are covering wages and showing a bit of profit as well. That is perfect. Because you see, we're down to 18k, so we're kind of low on the amount of spare cash reserves. So definitely having slush fund would be really helpful. Right, let's get cracking. So we're getting some pine wood in as well. Haven't got use for pine wood at this moment in time. We do have the upstairs to look at doing, which is the first floor. You've not put any flooring in yet, so there's nothing there, which is why when you do see, you don't see anything. That I think will do a spiral staircase going up into there. Maybe probably this corner. Because there we go, we've unlocked some decorations, curtains, banners, further banners, we've got chains we can put up, we've got some paintings to put out. These are various message boards, we've got a fireplace, bookshelves, used by scholars to generate bonus. Oh. I didn't know about them. Alright, let's throw one of them in there. Oh, overlaps with an existing shop item. Damn you! Right, that's going to bonus us on our scholars, so we get some more unlocks for our upgrades. Might as well do that. Right, now, of course, that's going to mean we're going to have to keep up with the stock that's going through and being sold. Because obviously I've pre-staged and put a load of stock out, but also we've got to replenish that stock. So, will 2 blacksmiths be enough to replenish our stock? Do I need to balance the number of blacksmiths? And obviously everyone keeps on bloody upgrading, and that's just adding more and more to my costs at the moment. Oh, now again another one, another cashier. So you've gone up as well. So earn 2.4% more for every item sold. Yes, we'll do that. And that's going to attract more customers. That'll probably be the next one. So it's just finding the right balance for everything at the moment. Hopefully, that looks like we're over 100 on this now. Where are we? 140 of 177. We might get that finished today. That would be nice. Oh, somebody else has upgraded. An assistant's upgraded. And you are gonna... Well, what do you need? Carry more items. Actually, no. Let's have carry and run, because you need to run places. And a lumberjack. Let's get you a number of hits in to get the trees down. Cool. There we go. How are we doing? 7,900. Not bad. See if we can finish this off before the end of the day. Where are we? 159 of 177. We might just get that done. And if we do, that'll be perfect. Because that'll be covering all of our items and a bit of profit. Okay, I can see we're almost out of, by looks of things, almost out of swords on this one. We're out of hammers, we're out of pickaxes, we're out of those and those. I'm definitely running low on stock here. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to need to have a whole other blacksmith scenario going on. Okay, vendor done. Good, before the end of the day. We'll get you done next. 12.5. Crikey, we've got 24 items. Look at this. We've got all this stuff for shop rack. Not enough assistants running around to do it. Okay, so we're going to need more blacksmiths, more assistants. There we are. So we've made 13.5 today. That's good. So we've covered everything. But it's certainly highlighting we need more assistants and more workers. So let's get another assistant in. What are you? Your walks 20% faster, attracts 1% less customers. Demands 10% higher wages, walk slower. I want you to walk faster. So I'll risk that, and I'll risk another one. You are... carries 2 extra items and attracts 1% less. Okay, I'll survive that. Okay, so that's 1 less customer a day. Alright, that may hopefully not affect us too badly, and I do need another blacksmith. For God's sake. How are you? You look like you're nearly full. So I'm going to change you over to crafting for racks. So that'll leave us 5 for our vendors and 3 for rack work. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully with the extra assistance, that will make our life easier. I've got enough benches to cover everybody, so I'm not short of benches. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens. I might just, actually, I'll tell you what I might just do. Under my assistants, I might have, who's my top guy, Hector. 6 items and does that. I might get you restocking resources, and I might, well, oh no, you're going to be, no, stop. Items for transfer. There we go, take crafted items and restocks racks. Good, so we'll dedicate our fastest runner to do the racks. There we go. So you can have a couple of extra hits. There we go. So we'll see how that works. So matey boy is going to start filling these out. That'll be good. And that will help us to balance our shop a little bit better. If the vendor trucks take a little bit longer, I'm not as worried now. So, oh, look at that. That'd be nice. A rake for 24,900. What's a rake need? Pause. Nope, not that one. Blueprints. I'm guessing the rake... We've got all these items that are not available. Crikey. Where's the rake? Oh, there it is. You just require wood. Oh, we'll unlock you then. We'll get you up to rare and epic. Sweet. Okay, can I take that vendor truck for... I'll put you down here. There we go. 24,920. Yes, please. I'll take you absolutely any day of the week. And we need... Because these will take 19,500. And that'll take a couple of days because of the swords. But it's an epic sword, so... Or legendary sword, so we'll choose you. You can go in there, but... We'll work on that one because it'll unlock us another, get us another blueprint unlock, and then we can do the rest of these and work our way around. We'll get that done next afterwards. Because I want the 48 copper ore. Actually, I'm not so worried about the copper ore for the moment. But what we can do is let that run its course. Cool. That's all good. Get you done. You're a miner. I'll help with the stamina as well. It's all perfect. Right, so it looks like we are turning the corner again on being able to be profitable and working. So, next thing. So then, if we're going to do this, where do we get our convert small ingots into alloys and medium ingots, 1 ingot at a time? So if I put myself an ore stack down here, an ore crate, get you over there, right? Let's go to you. Before we do anything, what are you going to be? You're going to be... Okay, so... How are we making steel at the moment? Let me get rid of that for the minute. Let's instead get our a medium smelter for our iron, and we'll see how it goes to make... Which way around does it need to be? Let's put it in there for the moment. No one's assigned to it, so we should be good. So, what's the recipe for making iron then? Enable smelting steel, bronze, sterling silver, So how are we gonna smelt steel then? So if they silver or gold, so that's what it's giving us. So what do you smelt? Got a glossary over here. How do we make? What are you doing to make steel? Yeah, I know that part. Good. Okay, well, that doesn't answer my question, really, does it? So what are they using to make steel? Smelting large ingots. Okay, so what will that turn into? Because I've got copper ingots and I've got iron ingots. So is that what they're using to make steel? Copper and iron? Again, it's game physics, not real world physics, potentially. So if I hire an assistant and get them in, do that. What are you? You are works in a copper mine, so we'll speed you up and hit you. Good. Cashier. I'll speed you up a bit because I don't want customers complaining. Oh, we're at the end of a day, I think. Yay, there we go. So we're down a little bit. Item sales. So we're down a little bit on our sales. But then we're attracting a couple of less people per day, so not the end of the world. I would prefer it if it was slightly different than that, but hey, it is what it is. Right, let's pop you in the middle there. Let's get an assistant to smelt those ingots. And you are walk slower, attracts 1% more customers, so that'll bypass the matey that was attracting one less person. Let's pop you over to crafting ingots and we'll craft. Oh, and it lets me craft. Ah, steel ingot. There we go. Right. So let's start the next day and let's see what they do. It's looking nice. So what do you do to create a... Let's add you in and add you in. What are they going to use to create a steel ingot? What are you? We want walking speed and carrying items. Yep, good, you'll do. So it looks like coal. I don't see anyone sitting on their arse at the moment, so no one's doing anything here. Okay, so if it's not that kind of smelter, what about if it was another kind of smelter that was doing, if I just had another smelter? Alright, let's sell you. Because that was 1,000. Let's get a small smelter in. Let's pop you to the side there. And let's get another little thing there. So will you create steel? A steel ingot. Okay. Because these are only iron or copper. So I must be missing something. to be able to make a steel ingot. May have to do a little bit of playing around with that. Yep, still sitting on your ass doing bugger all. So is there somewhere else in here I need to unlock? Got the silver mine to unlock. Is there another bit of metallurgy I haven't found? Okay, my stores are looking very, very bare at the moment. That's probably not helping my sales. I don't have enough on the shelves. I had a load at the start and that looked great. And we're off to a brilliant start. And then I've now completely run out of stock. So, where am I going wrong? Thank you very much. Let's get you done. Let's get you done. So that's 24k, and that'll cover me a couple of days faffing about. Right, so where am I going wrong here? Let's attract some more people just to cover up for matey boy who detracted from a couple of people. And you are working a copper mine. Speed up your walking as well. But you are to increase your hits, and we'll increase your walking speed a bit. Lovely. Oh, end of the day again. So we've made 5k. Got some items sold. We've got some item sales have come right down because we've not got enough stock. But we did make up for it with the merchant offers. Okay, so we've got an issue where we're not replicating stock fast enough. We've got a grill fork and a common sword. Got a wooden hammer, and we've also so we're not producing enough to replenish what we've got. So I'm going to have to rethink things a little bit. How are we going to do that? It's going to have to be more staff, really. I need more blacksmiths doing shop work. Bjorn, you're going to have to craft for racks, mate. Assistants, we've got enough. You're restocking items, you're crafting ingots, but you're doing bugger all. Okay, so we've got 11.6k per month in, or per day in wages. Going up, we've got 30k, so we've got something, but why is this lot not crafting any? Am I just missing something entirely here? I may well be. Workbench, sharpening, designers, fine, schematic scrolls, smelters, pottery, jewellery, ducat mining. So I would imagine that should. I imagine that should allow it to just work, but if it's not giving me any kind of direct answer, no. So, by rights, steel should be an alloy of iron and carbon. So if we go back to where we had our alloying smelter here, turn that round. There's nothing to click on the front, so what's making my carbon? And if it's iron, I've got iron, I've got a ton of it in here. If so, why the heck is that not working? Oh nice, we've got 103 iron now. Well, that looks better. Right. So let's get everything chugging along. Oh, I've smelted my first steel ingot, apparently. Oh, there we go. Okay. So she was just being crap. The first time round. Okay, fine. Well, now I know. Well, there we go. Good. Got the process licked. That was more painful than I felt it needed to be, but okay. So, we need to get unlocking the larger smelter, if I'm honest. Tier 3 medium smelter. It's 19k, but okay, well we'll fill up that and we can then start unlocking steel as an item we can use. But I think what we'll do is once she's finished that one, move that off and gone to go and get some more iron, I will shift this lot around. That can go there. That can go there. So she doesn't have to walk so far. And then we're at least starting to get somewhere. So it's an unlimited amount of coal by the looks of things. We have a magic coal bucket at the front. That's fine. How are we doing on our iron over here? 90 odd in there. 186 in there. Okay, that's not brilliant. It's not as much as I would like, but hell, it is what it is. And we've got virtually bugger all in store. That's not good. Right. We have to really seriously rethink this, boys and girls, because that's not a sustainable shop. Alright, I think I'm going to have to run this for a little bit in the background and try and find a good balance. It may well just be I'm going to need to have more blacksmiths doing shop rack stuff. I may have to completely redesign, get another forge in, maybe have a forge that's just dedicated to... Can I dedicate these? I can't do anything with those, I can't do anything with that, so it'll just be whoever's available. Right, so what have we got in use? So I think it's the swords are slowing us down. A lot of stuff in the... Yeah, I think I've just got at the moment too many racks, too much stuff for too few blacksmiths working on doing it. Okay, it's gonna nobble us a bit because we've only sold 2,100 items. May need to rethink things a bit. The problem is, if I start going for decorations there we go, we've lost a bit now. If we start going for decorations that are going to get us more people in, that's not going to work if we don't have the items to be able to push stuff back onto the shelves. So what have we got left up here? Got no bows left. Oh, you're the wrong way around. Let me quickly sort that out. You should have been that way around. Got nothing on any of those shelves. So we've got no knives, no scoops, no flipping heck. Alright, this is catastrophic. There we go. That's a lesson of trying to run before you can walk. About demand outstripping supply. Okay, so we'll only take 112 steel ingots. Right, you are restocking the shelves. I think I'm going to have to tell you to restock shelves as well. You're going to restock shelves as well. Thanks, mate. Actually, no, there's no point doing that. Yeah, I will do, because I'm going to have to do the blacksmiths over. Right. You'll do. Climbing stairs, don't care about you. You're not going to be climbing stairs. Right, good. You two can do that. You can become craft items for racks. We'll go with fewest items crafted. Alright, we'll do that. We'll increase the number of people we've got on there. So we'll have 5 on there and 5 on the other side. But I'm tempted to get Grimwald over as well doing the racks. There we go. So we've got 6 people crafting for racks. 4 crafting for merchants. That might help us do that. Alright, let's see how it goes the next day. And then we can start to look at unlocking some steel items as well. So what are you? You're 2 steel, 1. So what's 1 and 1? So a maul is 1 iron, 1 steel. Makes a maul at 171. That's quite nice. Let's get you up to rare. Wide cooking pan. That's just steel. That would be quite nice. And small pot, just steel, that'd be quite nice as well. There we go. Oh look, we've now got a precise bow. Okay, well we've got enough. We've got some new bits have arrived in here. So we've got a cooking pan we can do. Those are really good. Cool. So we've got the stars next to the stuff that isn't on any racks yet. So let's go back upstairs. Let's find an empty rack. Right, you're a bludgeon. And you're a bludgeon as well. Let's change a bludgeon to a maul. So at least that way we can start using some of these steel items we've got in here. Anyway, right, that's a start. So let's get... And we can also as well... Just thinking about it. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. As well, I'm going to take away the stuff that's requiring multiple crafting. I think that's slowing us down. So... I'm going to change pretty much everything in here that's requiring 2 items are going to go away. And I'm going to replace them with just stuff that's either just wood or just iron. I haven't got any rakes out here yet, so let's get a couple of rakes out. I'm going to cut my crafting time down just to try and replenish, because this isn't working at the moment. Swords, I want to keep the swords. I'd like to keep the swords, but I'm also concerned the swords are causing me a problem. Let's go pitchforks. You're a tomahawk, that's fine. I was worried it wasn't the might have been a swift edge. Right, what are you lot? You lot are all single item. Single item, single item, single item. What's on you? Nothing. Let me start putting some copper goblets together. That's good. Okay, your swift edges, let's put you as rakes. Your sickles, let's put you as bludgeons. All those, you can be tomahawks, and you can be wooden hammer. That'll have to do for now. You know, if your plan doesn't work the first time, rethink it, redo it, make it better. Right, go with a bludgeon. So I've left a couple of swords. You're a tomahawk. Right then, let's see if that will work any better to be able to be restocked. You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You know, there's no point trying to carry on with a plan if it's not working. I mean, I've got upstairs as well. I can potentially put some more blacksmithing upstairs. You know, I'll have 4 floors. I've got the basement. I'll have 2 upper floors, and this floor. I can probably put some more, do some more work with stuff, but I want it all to work properly. When I've still got space, I can do stuff out here. It's still working in the fact that we've got people who are doing these stuff. I may have to start just going, yeah, just top these up. Got lots of items they're putting together. That's good, as long as items aren't sitting in here for long, they're going upstairs, going out either to the vendor or onto the shelves. That'll help us keep a good amount of work through. Some of our clients are just walking out because we've got nothing of certain things. I mean, look at this, we've got barely anything. Oh look, we've got our first mall in. It's nice. We've got a lot of customers who want to do stuff and buy stuff, so no, we're not shy of that, but we're just shy of getting stuff actually in the right place. So, you know, hell, it is what it is at the moment. We tried it the first time, it didn't work out. We can work from there. Right, what are you going to be next? Not too worried about editing prices at the moment. Tables that are well lit, 50% bonus. I can deal with that potentially. Right, what else can I do? Extra cart, you get 1 more merchant offer slot. I've done that one already. That's going to be unlocking a cauldron for miners. Increases their maximum stamina. Not at the moment. I'm not sure what else I really want to unlock yet. Okay, I might enable smelting large icons. Then we've got trade routes for special resources. Then we've got large smelting, or we've got the silver mine. Or the coin machine for making 4 coins. Alright, we'll go with the smelting large ingots. Not sure what that's going to bring us free with yet, but you know, we'll see what that does. Lumberjack update. I think I've just got a bit of balancing to do at the moment, just to make everything work, but at the moment we're not getting enough stock through to really be viable. It looks like one of our blacksmiths has just gone to go and get some more wood. But even though we've got wood and everything, well, I've got a bit more. Let me grab a couple of these quickly. I'm going to pop these down here and I'm going to fill them with, instead of oak wood, I'm going to put pine wood on them. Oh, we can get birch as well, so we're going to have a birch forest in the future. Alright. So, is there something that's requiring your oak wood I'm trying to see if there's something I've missed where it suddenly requires something like pine and I've not noticed it, and that's why our guy's running around everywhere. Your oak. All looks the same. All oak. Sickle. Oak. Short hoe. Oak. Pickaxe is oak. Okay, so everything is pretty much doing what I expect it to be, which is all oak. So I haven't got anything needing pine yet. Alright, well, fine. Well, we'll leave it run for a little bit. I'm going to watch it over the next few days, because at the moment vendors are getting absolutely shortchanged, because I just don't have time to be trying to do them while I'm trying to keep my shop going. As you can see, we've sold 7 and a bit thousand, but we're not even close to covering our wages anymore. So that was great in the fact that I thought, great, we're officially doing it, and then reality set in within a couple of days that we're not replenishing stock. That's a problem. So I will work on that, ready for the next video. But otherwise, thank you very much indeed for joining me. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Drop any comments or thoughts. If you've been playing the game as well and you've got realised any better strategy for the shop, let me know. I mean, I might just spread stuff out to make the shop look like it's got more stuff in it. But yeah, let me know. And otherwise, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It does help the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. You all take care now. All right, bye-bye.